Hello, YouTube. I'm baiting you out again. I was doing a Judgment speedrun that went very well. Thanks for asking. No one asked. And Jeff Keighley dropped the trailer for Like a Dragon Gaiden, despite the fact that it leaked onto PSN yesterday. Thanks, Sony. So this is going to be my first time watching the trailer, and then I'm going to overanalyze it, like every YouTuber does. Again, I can already see in my actual recommendations, there's Develian. First look at Like a Dragon Gaiden, it's him. He's already done it on YouTube. You sport for choice. Anyway, here's my bad take on this. I learned it. No, I haven't.
今回の指令はあなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。
Already, Dragon Engine. Very happy about that. Hold on, it's gotta be 1080.
頼みましたよ。コードネーム上流。
God, I gotta hit the updates.
大丈夫か。
お待たせしてしまって。
So she's the person that he has to protect. Where is this? Because like the background doesn't remind me of Sotenbori or Izazaki Ejincho. That's a coffee place. I guess this is Izazaki Ejincho. Again, this is obviously, this looks like a potential final set piece kind of thing, because this obviously is the temple that he was at, but it's like, it's not Tojo HQ. Looks good. Agent style. Look at how many enemies there currently are on screen. Holy shit. This is a place I also want to look over, because this gave me initial vibes of like Little Asia, but I don't think it is. And this is going to be the new area. The castle. Which, from the leaks yesterday, you can see there's a casino, there's the actual games on the right. Your name's Joryu, my dude. Look at how fucking cool this is. Excuse my language, I'm now demonetized on YouTube. Look at how cool this is. How actually cool this is. And so the Legendary Fighter Pack, chat told me earlier, obviously whilst this was going on, these are for the Colosseum. There's going to be a Colosseum and arena. So this will be the DLC kind of for this, which, I mean, it's kind of shitty to take these out as DLC, but sure. If there's going to be some DLC, this isn't going to have like proper DLC like Kaito Files DLC, so like I'm not too enthusiastic about, you know, removing gameplay parts from anything, but if there's going to be DLC, this is okay for DLC, I suppose. But as you can see, PS5, PS4, Xbox X, S, One, Windows, Steam, it's everything again, which is good. I want to go back and look at bloody the fighting. Hold on. This is going to be somewhere in Izazaki Jincho, but they've like really blurred it really well. It really gave me vibes of like Onomichi for a while. So. And they could also make, as like we said, like a second. They could make a second. They could make like an actual second like Legendary Fighter Pack with like Akiyama and stuff. This is obviously like the docks. Wasn't there in the blurb for the plot? Wasn't it that the castle was like somewhere off of like it's like a tanker off of the Osaka Bay, right? I assume this is on the way to get there. So like it's like very evocative of like the shipyard of Onomichi from 6, and also the place you go to in Yakuza 5 with Shinada. Actually, I think it's security talks on the phone. I'll have a look, but I don't think so. Again, this definitely I think is the Daidoji Temple. It's definitely not Tojo HQ, because Tojo HQ didn't have this much space. There was a lake here. That is so cool. Holy shit. That's obviously so boring. Here, right here. Like, this initial shot here almost reminds me of, like, the bit in front of Kamurocho Hills when it was being built. It's obviously not. The backdrop is definitely Izazaki Jincho. This is absolutely Izazaki Jincho. So this begs the question of where this is, and I actually think I might have an idea. I said this during our LAD playthrough. There's the game center not in Chinatown, but the game center down in the middle, where there's this one bit that is literally got this on the front of it that you can't go in and doesn't get built on in the game. I think this is that place. I think this is that exact same place. So it's near the guy that you play shogi with. He's like to the right. I think this is that place. But yeah, I think this is that place because these are like very similar buildings around it. But I think that's Izazaki Jincho for sure. This is Izazaki Jincho as well. Like, and I guess this one is as well. Where's the phone call guy? This guy. No, I don't think it's deep enough for Date. Don't think it's deep enough for Date. I think it might be this guy. No, it's not that guy. No, it's not that guy. It's definitely not that guy. Maybe it is Date. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. No, I don't think so. I think this might just be someone we don't know. Yeah, Date's got more gruff. A lot of you are guessing you think this might be Japan. You might be right. I think you might be right there. So, basically, for those who didn't see the PSN leak yesterday, Joryu has two different styles. Yakuza style and Agent style, which is obviously this. Like that. So that looks like, because there's like a whole bunch of enemies in front of you. How many does this grab? This grabs 3. So I wonder if there's like, there's obviously going to be an upper limit. I wonder how many it'll grab. But if there's something that I've noticed with all of the fights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. At the very least, there's a 15th back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. At the very least, 21 enemies. There are so many enemies in these fights. There are so many enemies in these fights. And it's something that I've praised the Dragon Engine before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 at minimum. 16, 17, there's so many, there's more than 20. There are so many enemies in these fights. And these are probably, like, this right here is probably definitely like a story-based fight, considering it's like in a construction area. This is like highly likely a story-based fight. This one, obviously, if this is the Daidoji Temple, I think this is going to be endgame. I think this is obviously a story-based fight. We know RGG like doing their fights in the cities where the games are based. This is probably like a set-piece based fight, but holy shit, there's so many enemies. And like, Agent, I was not expecting to have so many like massive like enemy combat fights. Like as in like being able to take down multiple enemies at the same time. This is obviously the tanker that has the castle. And as we can see from the shot, the casino to the left there's obviously a casino. This sign says blackjack. You can see it from the actual like screenshot they took. There's a sign on the right hand side that just zoomed by that has like the cards for Ochikabu, as well as like the other Japanese traditional card games here. So this is obviously where they're all gonna like take place. This is a Colosseum, so they're bringing the Colosseum back, which hasn't been seen since like 0, for example. Every fight is the X5 Kiryu powerful set piece. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. And obviously this is really cool. The fact, there's something as well that I'm wondering about, and I don't think it will be. I wonder whether Kiryu's going to have Yagami-style detective stuff, because these glasses, and I know the meme of, you know, take off the glasses, disguise, blah, 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 but he's obviously got the glasses, like, in the protection, like, section here as well. I'm wondering whether these are going to be, like, detective gadget glasses. I wonder whether these are going to be, you know, something that allows him to do something similar to Yagami for, like, plot stuff and stuff like that. Because they're obviously making, like, they obviously have a bit of a focus on the glasses and stuff like this. But, yeah, I'm excited. November 9th. November 9th, I'm very excited. Like, goddamn. Goddamn. I've said before in the past that I think the Dragon Engine is very, very good for multi-enemy combat, and yeah, no, that is looking like very good multi-enemy combat. I'm liking the look of this. I'm excited. I'm very excited. MC will be an entirely separate version released on the same day Pokemon Star. they're probably going to do a Persona 3 Reloaded Royal where, you know, they'll charge for like an extra longer. Oh god. It is, isn't it? It's cursed. Persona 3 Remake is just base P3 Fez, and then they'll release a second version that has the answer in female MC. And that's what they're gonna do, isn't it? That's literally it. They're gonna get us to buy Persona 3 again 3 more times with the PC version, or portable or modern stuff, and then Persona 3 Remake, and then Persona 3 Remake again. Yeah, Gaiden. So Gaiden, what this is set between 6 and LAD. So this bit right here is obviously after the events of 6, where he's working for the Daidoji group, which is obviously who this guy is affiliated with. The Daidoji group are the same people that tried to kill him off in 6. Daidoji being, you know, the main politician that, you know, goes away. But clearly he pissed them off, and now he's doing work for them in association of obviously being, you know, dead. But this is set between 6 and 7, so we'll figure out what Kirya's been up to in the events between 6 and 7. And then obviously, we think there's nothing that I don't think's been confirmed. We think there might be like a small hook into like LAD 8 as to why Kirya's coming back for LAD 8. I hope there is. The fact that like the game is obviously taking place in multiple places. It's obviously taking place in Sotenbori. All the shots on the PS Store are of Sotenbori. This Sotenbori is based on LAD Sotenbori. There is one shot that has Kiryu punching a guy on the riverside, that clearly in the background, where Don Quixote is supposed to be, is the battle tower. So this is clearly LAD Sotenbori, even though, you know, it's set between 6 and LAD, and obviously the rights to use, like, Don Quixote are gone. This is obviously the docks, because the castle, which is the new place, is apparently on, like, a ship, or, like, near a shipyard, and this is obviously the shipyard. This is obviously the Daidoji Temple. This is obviously not Tojo HQ. Tojo HQ, I'm sorry to say, I'm going to besmirch it. It doesn't look that good. It has a lake, but it don't look that good. This is clearly the very same place that Joryu is at the start, look. It's very clearly the same place. So, I think with obviously this is probably going to be the endgame stuff, where, like, Kiryu's going up against the Daidoji group for whatever happens in this game again. And then I think, I'm very confident this is Izazaki Jincho. I think in the PSN, like, description, it says it's in Izazaki Jincho. I'm very confident that's the south part of Izazaki Jincho. I think down in that direction is where the bottom game center is, or at least, like, in this area is where that bottom game center is. It's near the Popo, where in the speedrun we get, obviously, the reward for giving over the Kappa statues, and also where the guy playing Shogi is. I'm pretty confident that's the same area. I may have slightly overanalyzed this trailer. It's only a minute and a half long, but I'm pretty confident this is Izazaki Jincho. The actual, like, the building scape, if you look at, like, the buildings in the background, this is very much, like, the middle to bottom part of Izazaki Jincho. Very much so. Someone with a lot more time and patience on their hand. This is a coffee shop. This is Sotenbori. This is the Sotenbori coffee shop at Bishamon Bridge. This is very much the coffee shop at Bishamon. Like, that's the one where we go and get the coin lockers for. I was kind of hoping, and I guess we're waiting for the summit, I was kind of hoping to get some, like, actual, like, walking around gameplay to see if we could use the vending machines even. I guess that'll come at the summit. This is a nice hype trailer, because obviously the summit is probably going to be very focused on this. So I'm really surprised this turned up in Jeff's show. But obviously at the RGG Summit, we're going to see obviously more of this. I think at the Summit, we might see a slight look at LED 8 as well. But I've said this multiple times, the fact that RGG are calling it the Summer Summit, when last year was just the RGG Summit, makes me think they're going to do a second one later this year for properly LED 8. So, thinking new cabaret? Confirmed. Things that were confirmed from the PSN store listing. Cabaret, which that was confirmed because they were doing the hostess ones. That's what Kason won the hostess audition for. Sup, Kason. One thing we now know as well, the arena has obviously the gambling stuff. It also has Colosseum. So there's going to be new Colosseum stuff. We haven't had Colosseum stuff in a Yakuza game since essentially 0. Obviously, like, the remake of K2 did, but in terms, like, story stuff and, like release order, we haven't had Colosseum stuff since 0. So that's kind of nice. But there's also one other minigame that got confirmed that we had no idea about. Pocket Circuit's back. Poor Pocket Circuit Fighter. Everyone out here being all like Kiryu being brought out of retirement. Or PCF, man. How's a guy supposed to get a break? Poor guy. Poor guy. He's gonna be like 80 in this game. He's gonna turn up. He's gonna recognize Kiryu. They're both gonna look at each other and they're both just gonna sigh. They're both gonna get their Pocket Circuit cars out and just race. That's the end of the story. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Apparently they've confirmed sub-stories. So a big thing that people were missing from Kaito Files was sub-stories. Apparently there's going to be sub-stories in this game, which is good. Place your bets now. Amon fight? Yes, no? Should be. If there's sub-stories, should be. Kaito Files had like a super boss instead of like Amon. But I think we get Amon. I think we get Amon in some way, shape, or form. Considering as well the Amon fight in LAD and the fact that Kiryu is speaking to Amon and, you know, they've obviously had, you know, conversations with each other. I think we're going to fight that Amon in this. And I think it is actually going to kind of lead into the Amon fight in LAD somehow. I think it's going to like have that connection there. So I'm not going to say get drunk though. That's the question. In real life or in the video game? Because yes to both. So it must be Joe or Shin. You see, that's the thing. I think it's Shin. Because I think that it's going to connect with the Amon fight in LAD. So I think it's going to be Shin. That's, again, complete conjecture. I have no idea, but I think it's going to be Shin. I'm pretty confident. They will pass Kolokizo off to another guy. Yeah, I mean, he did go on to kart racing, but come on. They're thinking about bringing Mine back from the dead. You don't think they're going to drag PCF back to do one more round of Pocket Circuit? Come on now. Come on now. Like, they'll figure something out, but it's gonna be Pocket Circuit Fighter. And on the one hand, I'll be sad for the guy, and on the other hand, I'll be happy to see the guy again. Gaiden does look very good. Gaiden looks like the exact kind of... This trailer is the exact... I'm playing it one more time in the background. This trailer is the exact kind of trailer that I wanted Gaiden to be. And we're still going to get more info next week at the summit. So, I'm actually kind of glad they revealed this properly today. After the old... After the old PSN leak yesterday. Because I didn't want to talk about this with the PSN leak yesterday, because I wanted, you know, people to get hyped for the summit. So Jeff Keighley comes along and says, here's your Yakuza instead. Thanks, Jeff. I'm so excited. I'm so actually excited for this. Like, you have no idea. And obviously, this is the only time we see... I think her name is Akame. That's the only time we see her in this trailer, is this bit here. Like, something's going to happen. I think she's going to get taken by the guy in the castle, and that's where Joryu is going to get her back. But something happens with the Daidoji, and Agent Style looks so sick. Look how many enemies are in fights. RGG just gave us a way to utilize two-handed weapons easier in combat for the speedrun. Yakuza style Dragon style. The Yakuza style should hopefully be like that. What I'm hoping Yakuza style is I'm hoping it is like that and just built on with obviously the things that Kaito does in Kaito Files. I said this before in that like Kaito Files like is literally Kiryu's like brawler and also beast from bloody obviously Yakuza 0. But yeah, no. God. Yeah, no, God. Like, where is it? Agent Style looks so sick. Like, where is it? This is all Agent Style. This is clearly not the Yakuza style. Agent Style looks so fucking sick. Like, it's definitely a lot faster of a style. And then, obviously, the gadgets. I'm looking forward to seeing what the explanation behind this wireframe, like, gadget is. I like the whole, you know, like triangle prism kind of thing, because that's where his hand just broke. That's where Choryu just broke this man's hand. Like, I'm very much looking forward to using this stuff. It's funny as well, because it's only... Gameplay reveal trailer. Let's count the seconds, shall we? Hold on. So, 50 seconds it starts. Yes, I'm being pedantic. Yes, I'm being very pedantic about this. 1 minute 03. I'm being very pedantic about this, all right? But hey, it's better than just getting a CG trailer, and that's the important thing. So, definitely magnets, absolutely magnets. No UI, no gameplay. If they could fix the no UI, because it's a slightly broken in the PC versions of Judgment and Lost Judgment, that'd be great. But I think it's clearly the PC version, like, because it's Dragon Engine, I think it's the PC version with the UI turned off, which, man, cool. We should do that at some point. We should do, like, a challenge run of no UI. Judgment with different styles? Yes, 2 different styles, Yakuza and Agent, which you can probably guess what the Yakuza one is going to be like. And the Agent style is literally this. Like, this is clearly Agent style. All of this that you are seeing in terms of fighting is clearly Agent style. Like, all of this is Agent style, without a shadow of a doubt. Because you couldn't do that before. Again, the fact that you can grab two-handed weapons is going to make it so that two-handed weapons are so important to the speedrun. Especially when fights have this many enemies. Like, oh my god, I'm excited. Oh my god, I'm excited. And yeah, I think I agree. I think I agree, Padkey. Like, even on a 1080p 60 HD YouTube trailer, like, it does look good. Even the cutscenes look quite good. This is probably taken from the PS5, PC, or Xbox Series X version of the game. Like, it probably is, like, the best looking version of the game. I don't expect... Although, to be fair, they do actually do wonders with the character models in these games. I don't expect, like, the PS4 version to, like, potentially have this many effects. But, like, it really is slightly evocative of Yakuza 6 with all of these, like, little effects coming off of people and stuff like that. Because I still maintain that Yakuza 6 is one of the best looking Dragon Engine games. Like, Yakuza 6 is still absolutely gorgeous looking. But... like, obviously, because it's on base PS4, like, I do think there was a step down from 6 to K2 in terms of visuals, but I do think, like, with all the particle effects going on, I think it does look good. And again, like, the Dragon Engine just does Neon so very well. It just does it so very well. That's Agent style. That is all Agent style. That's obviously an Agent, like, heat move as well. Like, will the effects on PS4 are, like, total garbage? Could do. I was still hoping that they would... I know it's a CG cutscene, but this is still a place that's in the game. This, you'll see again, casino here, blackjack here. There's a sign on the right-hand side here that has all the, like, the Yoshikabu, Koi Koi stuff. Like, this is obviously where your, like, casino stuff, and this is obviously going to be where the Coliseum Arena stuff is. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, it's spin-off. It's spin-off that's set between 6 and LAD that probably has a slight hook to LAD 8 at the end, probably. Again, reminder, the RGG Summit is going to be next week. It's going to be... I definitely know the date for this. I'm definitely not having to look it up right now. Cough. It's definitely the 14th of June. It's the 16th of June. It is the 16th of June. I think this is the... yeah, this is the link for the Japanese version of it, but this is the Japanese live stream right here. You can see on there. Well, the thing I like about like scheduled upcoming like YouTube live streams, it does tell you exactly when it is. It's a week today. It is 1 week and 3 hours, which basically means it's 4 a.m. my time. You're damn right, I'm streaming it, so we're gonna be doing a big long stream that day. We're gonna be doing a very long stream that day. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we're going to be doing a very long stream. We're going to react to it live.